Hello everyone, welcome to Sam Science View channel. In today's video, we are going to listen to a science fact, the invention of broom. Before getting into the video, please watch this entire video, and if you have any science related queries, you can comment about it and get it rectified through this channel. Now let's get into the video. A broom, also known in some forms as a broomstick, is a cleaning tool consisting of usually stiff fibers, often made of materials such as plastic, hair, or corn husks, attached to and roughly parallel to a cylindrical handle called a broomstick. It is thus a variety of brush with a long handle. It is commonly used in combination with a dustpan. A distinction is made between a hard broom and a soft broom, and a spectrum in between. Soft brooms are used in some cultures chiefly for sweeping walls of cobwebs and spiders like a feather duster, while hard brooms are for rougher tasks like sweeping dirt off sidewalks or concrete floors, or even smoothing and texturing wet concrete. The majority of brooms are somewhere in between, suitable for sweeping the floors of homes and businesses, soft enough to be flexible and to move even light dust, but stiff enough to achieve a firm sweeping action. The broom is also a symbolic object associated with witchcraft and ceremonial magic. The word broom derives from the name of certain thorny shrubs, that is, genista, used for sweeping. The name of the shrubs began to be used for the household implement in late Middle English and gradually replaced the earlier besom during the early modern English period. The song By Broom Bosoms by William Purvis still refers to the broom besom as one type of besom, that is, a besom made from broom. Flat brooms made of broom corn were invented by Shakers in 19th century with the invention of broom whisk. A smaller whisk broom or brush is sometimes called a duster. In the early 1800s, just about every little hamlet and village used to have at least one a broom making shop or people who made brooms on their farm and sold them. Once the Industrial Revolution gained momentum in US, a good portion of our region became heavily involved in broom making or growing broom corn, which is the raw material to make the brooms. Before they became known as the rug and electric cities, Amsterdam and Schenectady, respectively, had numerous factories turning out millions of brooms, while there were smaller production shops up and down the Schoharie Valley. Schoharie County was also a major producer of broom corn used locally and shipped to the nearby cities. Before the late 1790s, brooms were rustic cleaning tools made of small sticks, hay, or straw tied to a larger stick. They did not clean well and quickly fell apart. In 1797, Levi Dickinson was credited with making a broom for his wife on their farm in the Massachusetts Pioneer Valley using tassels of a variety of sorghum, later called broom corn, a grain he was growing for seeds. She thought Levi's broom was excellent and told friends and neighbors about it. Soon, many were asking him to make brooms for them. Dickinson invented a foot treadle broom winder in 1810 that played an integral part in the Industrial Revolution. While Dickinson's early brooms still fell apart quickly, methods of securing broom corn tassels or brushes to a broom handle were improved upon. The design of these brooms had essentially been round until the mid 1820s when the Shaker communities of Hancock, Mask, Watervliet, and Albany started using wire to bend brooms to the handles, put them in a vise, and sewed them into the shape of flat brooms we know it today. The sorghum known as broom corn originated and was cultivated in Sudan and grew remarkably well in the regions as it required an excellent soil, a warm spring, hot summer nights, and adequate rainfall. Broom corn production boomed between 1855 to 1865. New York State censuses showed that while Schoharie County produced 135 tons of brown corn in 1855, the number jumped to 4,119 in 1865. For Schenectady County, the numbers were 727 to 12,007 respectively. Montgomery County tonnage remained fairly flat at 257 and 328. Former Amsterdam historian Hugh Dollon once wrote about broom manufacturing in the city dating back to 1856 when James H. and E.D. Bronson were operating broom shops, each employing about 175. The Gardner Broom Company employed 250 at its factory, which opened in 1893. In 1902, the Pioneer Broom Company had a 6-story factory and a 3-story annex nearby, employing hundreds. Schenectady County's history shows that the broom corn industry began in 1812 and peaked between 1840 and 1860, growing on the river flats of the Mohawk. A number of factories grew to meet the wide demand for brooms. Schenectady, as well as Scotia and Glenville, were the chief centers of broom making in the United States in the mid 19th century, producing 1 million brooms a year. As people moved west, it was found that broom corn grew well in the Midwestern states and broom making became popular in that part of the country, particularly in Oklahoma. Long after the production of broom corn was an important cash crop in New York, Amsterdam continued to be a large producer of brooms, still having 3 active companies in the city as late as 1941. The Whitmer Broom Factory in Schenectady remained in operation until the 1970s, now a condominium in the city's Stockade Historic District. Brooms were still widely manufactured in US until 1994 when the North American Free Trade Agreement was enacted, making labor cheaper at broom factories in Mexico. A few small US shops and individual crafters remain today. So, if you see the brooms today, you just imagine how it would be and how it has developed throughout these centuries, and use it carefully to clean your surrounding environment. So that's it for today's video. I hope so you got some scientific facts related to the invention of broom. And if you have any science related queries, you can ask through this channel and get it rectified about the science related doubts. So that's it for today's video. We'll meet in the next Science Fact Treasury series. Until then, it's goodbye from Sam. Take care.